Thank you so much for clicking on my video, and if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Today, for our Sussex style video, I wanted to take a look at some of Meghan's best winter looks. So let's get into it. Once again, thank you so much for clicking on my video. If you have not already, feel free to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on that notification bell. I want to say hello to all of the members of my channel. Thank you so much for all your support. I'm going to say hi to the friend circle, hello to the Patreon members, and I'm going to curtsy to the royal court. Thank you so much for all that you do. So today, since it's getting cold outside for everyone, even down here in South Florida, we got a little bit of a chill for a couple of days. I thought it would be fun for us to go through some of Meghan's best winter looks. I decided to start with a maternity look simply because I think Meghan's maternity wear, her entire maternity season with Archie, it was just filled with look after look after look. And it showed that you don't have to run around in muumuus or baby doll dresses just because you're pregnant. You can still serve a good look. And she served as inspiration for many pregnant women at that time and even non-pregnant women. Some of those outfits you would want to wear anyway. So I wanted to start with this look at her baby shower. So again, this is a look from her baby shower in New York City. She starts this look off with this amazing Courage vintage haute couture trapeze coat, and this is circa 1965. This entire look is very vintage, it's very classic, and I love that Meghan does classic well. I am one of those people who really loves vintage looks. I like things that are classic, that are staples, even in wardrobe, even in home decor. I just like classic things that never go out of style. And again, you can always make something old new again by reworking it and making it modern. I would say that this look is one of the best examples of using something vintage to create a modern appeal. She nailed it with this look. And this Courage coat is like the staple. I love the neckline of this coat. I love the buttons, but if you look closely, the coat is extremely textured. It's that type of detail that sets this type of thing apart. Not only that, but the sleeves. The sleeves are half sleeves, and their bell. The great thing about that is because she's in New York, although it is chilly, it might not be cold all day like that. Once the sun rises, it might warm up a little bit and you don't want to feel like you're now too hot with the coat on. It seems like this coat is nice and warm, but it is lightweight and it has a half sleeve. So no matter what the weather is like, especially in those early winter months or those late winter months when things are starting to kind of warm up, it's not going to be too much. I love this coat and I love this entire look. These sunglasses, first of all, I don't see a lot from Sussex, and I love these sunglasses because they are cat eye, which are my favorite frames. I love a good cat eye sunglass, but when you're going with a vintage look, cat eye is the way to go. They're also very nice and dark, so even when you're snapping photos of her, you don't see the tint lift at all, and you can't really see her eyes. Now the handbag, this is where I felt like there was just a perfect touch of color because although she is in all black, she decided to do a little color blocking with the shoes and the handbag. Now this handbag is Carolina Herrera. It's the Mariola shoulder bag. But then she also wore nice nude shoes, and the shoes are Stuart Weitzman, and they're the Legend suede pumps. Now Stuart Weitzman makes an appearance on a number of looks on this list. They're definitely one of Meghan's favorite winter brands. However, I thought with the shoes and the bag, it was the perfect type of accessory and a nice color block since she was wearing so much black. The pants are Hatch collection, and they're the nearly skinny maternity jeans. Again, we see these a couple of times too. And the earrings are Pippa Small Herkimer diamond earrings. The ring, that's the love ring, and that's by Solange Azaguri Partridge, which I really like this ring. It's gold, so it's not this overstated platinum or this overstated diamond. It definitely doesn't just jump out, but it is a nice accessory, and the type of gold, this is a yellow gold love ring. It catches the light really well. And lastly, the bracelet. This is a very nice, simple but classy bracelet. It's the Bar Jewelry Wide Ripple Bracelet. So overall, this is one of my favorite looks. I thought this was great to start the list off. Now, again, it wasn't super cold, and I think she's about 7 months pregnant in this photo, but you see that she wore the nude lipstick and kind of nude makeup, but then she has the nude bag, just kind of more taupe than nude, but then she's got the nude shoes as well, and a lot of black. It's definitely a great use of color blocking, and because Meghan has such dark hair, using those nude accessories with the all black outfit definitely brightened up the outfit. It's great for winter, but also this could be worn in like an early spring. So with this look, I don't see this talked about enough. And I would say we could all give this a little bit more praise when we're talking about her fashion. This look was such a moment. Now, the reason I find this look to be so awesome is one, that coat is extremely unique and we're going to get into it. And so are the boots. They're Sarah Flint, but you rarely see black and olive green worn together. Also, florals in the winter is usually not something you see a lot, and that's a huge miss. Florals can be worn in the winter. They serve as a great color pop when everybody else is doing monochromatic or achromatic or whatever. A nice floral base of an outfit, you can't go wrong with it. But in the winter, I typically like to go with like frill and furs, but that's just me. So this picture is from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex traveling to Bristol Old Vic Theatre. And while they were there, they learned about the Empire Fighting Chance Project. That's an important scheme committed to supporting young people through fitness and boxing. So they were there to work, but we got to see some looks served. Now, the coat, we're going to start there. Again, I love vintage, but this coat is a 1960s cashmere blend coat with an integral scarf from William Vintage. Now, I had never heard of William Vintage until I started digging into this look, so I found a lot of really cute things. I really like this coat because, again, it's got this integral scarf. Now, the scarf is made of the same cashmere blend material, but then you have these nice buttons. I think, again, most of the looks on this list are from her maternity season, and I loved it with Archie. Now, I like this, her hair in this photo too. I know we're supposed to be talking about her fashion, but hold on. I love this side part. It's not too deep. So usually we see her with like a nice deep side part. This one's not too deep, but I like how she puts some of the hair behind and some of the hair in front with the nice beach waves. I thought that was really cute because she's wearing these really great earrings and nude makeup, and you want to have the break in all of the dark. She's wearing such a dark coat. She's wearing kind of a dark dress. You do want to break in that, so pulling some of the hair back was a good call. As for the handbag, this is the Ralph Lauren Ricky clutch, and this is an olive suede. And then the reason this is significant, which it's a nice clutch, but it plays off the Sarah Flint boots. Now, these Sarah Flint boots are olive green and they're Italian crust leather with a suede protector. So they're not just pure suede. They also have a half rubber sole, and this increases durability and grip. Now notice they're walking around in the winter, and although the ground is not covered, it is snowing. And that's a pretty dangerous time to be walking around in like thin heels. So this heel is very thick, but then she also has a nice grip and it's durable. So as the ground gets more slick, as it snows more, she'll be able to maintain her safety and continue to walk. In addition to that, not just safety, but comfort with these boots. This is why these boots are great for maternity, because they have a padded footbed, and that provides all day comfort. So when you're walking around, especially on a road like this where it's super uneven and it's a brick road, it's not just this smooth road, you would want something durable but also very comfortable. Again, they have the half rubber sole, and the sole of the boot is brown, which also lightens the boot. She's wearing this very dark dress. She's wearing this very dark coat. So you want to lighten it up a little bit. And I think the olive brown boots along with the brown sole was a great call. Now, as for the dress, this dress is by Oscar de la Renta. If you're going to do florals, I say go with Dolce & Gabbana or Oscar de la Renta. They always get florals correct. And this is the printed silk chiffon midi dress, which is great because it's not too low to the ground. So it's still great for daytime, but also it still accentuates the boot. I really like this look a lot. I thought they did great with coordination. She wore the olive, he wore the navy blue shoes along with the navy blue vest. I thought they looked great and coordinated, but they weren't too matchy-matchy. Again, this look is one of my favorites. I love the color blocking coat and outfit look. I thought it was great. I also thought she wore this ponytail well. So let's get into the actual items. This coat, this beautiful coat, which I thought was gray, is actually seaweed green. And this is the Club Monaco Elaine trench coat. I did not realize this was like a grayish green. It's called seaweed green. I've always thought this was just a gray coat, but I thought it was great because although it doesn't have a lot of embellishments, it has the same fabric throughout. It's tailored very well, and the accent and the lapel cannot be beat. Also, the sleeves look good. I love how they're straight up here, and then you get a little bit of crunch at the bottom, and then the hemline of this coat is fantastic. This is a really great coat. Then for the top, she went with a Jack and Jack Twain sweater. It's a turtleneck and it's black. Some people showed that this was a bodysuit, which is smart because if you're going to be up moving around, you don't want to have to keep pulling the shirt back down. So I'm not mad at it, but I could not tell this was a bodysuit. And that's probably because they were tucked into high waist pants. Now the pants are Outland denim Harriet high waist jeans. These look great because they're stuffed into the Stuart Weitzman Veruca leather lace-up boots. Again, Stuart Weitzman, he's all over this list. These boots are so edgy. I don't think I've ever seen a royal wear like boots like this that are this detailed. These are some fantastic boots. This is kind of what I was talking about when I said she used to push the limit with her fashions. And to insinuate that she copied anyone is absolutely ludicrous because she literally came in and she took like the royal protocol status quo fashion and made it modern and classic. Like, do you know how hard that is? Like, she has an eye. It didn't have to fit into like one mold. She definitely made each look her own. I could never see some of the other royal ladies wearing boots like this. That's how I know, like, when people try to allude that she copied people, it's like, copied what? Those kitten heels and long ugly dresses with the wool skirts? Like, that she did not do that. Now, she would take certain items that could be considered like standard for royal ladies, but she would always make it her own. Like this typical pants stuffed in boots, they could have gone with just a basic leather black boot running around looking like Santa Claus. No, they went with a boot that's very detailed, this great heel, this great pointed toe, these amazing metal embellishments on the lace up. This entire outfit is really cute, but it's also very, very modern. And it's great for winter because she's got the long sleeves, she's got the bodysuit, she can move around, has the protection of the bodysuit and the high waist pants to move around and not have to worry about her clothes coming out of place. But then she's got this nice jacket that kind of just falls on her and it's not too restricting, nor does it have a lot of buttons. So in this one we see a little bit more casual but still very buttoned up. I thought that was a really great balance. So for this look, this will always make my list of favorite looks of Meghan. I love this print. I love this coat. I love these pants. The entire look was so cute, and it was a very bold move to put the purse on the outside of the coat, especially a crossbody. That could have been restricting, but when you have things fitted well and you have items that are fitted well and the chain is the right length, you can pull things like this off. So this coat has been copied and copied again, not just by civilians, not just by Meghan's fans, but by other royal ladies as of recently. Like this month alone, I've seen other ladies copy this entire look all the way up and down. She nailed it. And so, you know, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, and she definitely earned it. So in this photo, she is on a trip to Edinburgh, and I think it's their first as a married couple on a trip to Edinburgh. And this coat is a Burberry double-breasted wool cashmere blend coat, and it's got the Scottish tartan pattern. And that was very considerate. Also a very long coat. We rarely see her in coats that go this long, so I thought it was smart to do the types of pants that she did. So we're going to start with the top. The Wolford Colorado cotton blend top. It's a turtleneck, and she wore that in black. And then for the pants, she went with Veronica Beard, and these are the Adley pants. They have a nice flare at the bottom, and because she's wearing these heels, these are the Jimmy Choo leather cutout boots. Because she's wearing cutout boots and it's clearly very cold, a nice wide pant leg to protect her was actually a smart idea. I love that the hem of the pants barely kiss the ground. That's the goal you want. You don't want them to be too short, you don't want high waters, and you don't want them to drag. But I love that they are so perfectly hemmed, especially with this this shoe that they barely kiss the ground. Now the handbag, remember I said it's a crossbody, and typically crossbodies are worn on the person but under the coat, so that when you remove the coat and you remove the handbag, you're still comfortable. She wore the crossbody on the outside of the coat. This looks really cute because the chain of the coat is gold, but this is the Strathberry East West crossbody bag, and the chain was long enough to pull this off. Lastly, one of my favorite parts of this look is the fact that she wore a turtleneck, but two, that the coat itself has very structured shoulders. I know y'all get tired of me saying it, but when you have great structured shoulders, go with something broad or a padded shoulder. You're never going to be wrong about that. Like, that's not going to go out of style. Now, you don't want too padded, but go ahead and accentuate that. It looks great. It also elongates your neck. And lastly, for my number one winter look for today, this may change. My number one winter look for today, I loved this black on black outfit that she wore. It can be pretty dangerous to do a black on black look in the winter because it's easy to wash out when you have all monochromatic, or I should say achromatic. So this is when Meghan and Harry went on a visit to Wales. And this is a Stella McCartney coat with a satin detail. Now, I've talked about this coat before because she's worn it a couple of times. The coat itself is a very nice coat. It's the satin detail that sets it apart and makes it a little bit more formal, just a touch more like high end than just a basic black coat. Now, when you're gonna do black on black, one of the things that I always look out for is not being washed out. You don't want to look like a trash bag. You don't want to look like a blob. One of the ways to accomplish this is one, making sure that the outfit has texture. Everything is not one fabric. Everything is not one accent. And then you have these small pieces of satin accent, wool accent, leather accent, suede accent. You want to kind of mismatch with the pattern and with the fabric to not give it like a blob look and to give it some dimension and shape. So this coat was very nice. Again, broad shoulder coat. Nice turtleneck. Well, actually, this isn't a turtleneck. This is a scarf that's tucked in, but from a distance, it looks like a turtleneck. Now, this top is the Theory wool off the shoulder plaid jacket. So when she takes off the coat and the scarf, she's wearing that off the shoulder plaid top. That is actually a jacket, very thin, lightweight jacket. The pants are the Hyatt denim Dina jeans. These are very cute. These look a lot like the Outland denim, but they're not. They're a little bit more detailed and they're a little bit more slim fitting. The boots are the Tabitha Simmons Kiki velvet boots. I love these boots. These are so, like, if you can see the up close, these are so detailed. They look from a distance very simple, but the closer you get, you see that they have so much dimension. The fabric is very beautiful and they're very well shaped. And lastly, this handbag. I've seen this handbag with Meghan a number of times, and I've also seen it pop up on a few other celebrities and royal ladies. This is the Demelier London Mini Venice bag, and it's in forest green. Now, with this all black look, we see this kind of often with Meghan, is when she's wearing all one color, especially when it's black, she will opt for a color pop with the bag. And I think that's a smart move. Also, when she's wearing a lot of one fabric, such as this Stella McCartney coat, she goes for a different fabric in her handbag, often leather, which leather is very durable and it always adds a little high-end accent to whatever you're wearing. Now, with this look, although she's very buttoned up in her outfit, one of my favorite parts about this look is the fact that she wore tousled low bun and hair in the front. She has her flyaways out in very muted makeup. The reason I think this is great is because with this look, it is very high end and it is very buttoned up. So to go very loose and very comfortable and casual with the hair was a smart move, so that there's like a mismatch and it looks a little bit more approachable. I thought this entire look was so great, and I every time I see it, I think it's fantastic. It's one of my favorites, but I would have to say the Stella McCartney coat is what puts it over the top for me. This is an amazing coat and it's always sold out. It's expensive as hell and it is always sold out. I want the freaking coat. Every year around Christmas, I'm like, okay, let me ask for this Stella McCartney. No, I'll have to probably buy it in the summertime so that I can wear it in the winter, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it otherwise. So I think we should break it down by the item. If I had to choose my favorite coat, it's out of the Courage Vintage Haute Couture, the trapeze coat. or the 1960s cashmere coat from William Vintage. We've got the Club Monaco Elaine trench coat. Ooh, the double-breasted wool cashmere blend coat, the Scottish tartan pattern. And then we also have the Stella McCartney coat with the satin tie. Oh God, why did I ask this question? So if I had to pick my favorite coat out of all 5, just the coat, I would probably go with the Courage. I think that's the best one according to me because I love vintage and it's such a unique coat. All the other coats on the list, they look similar or they look from the same time period, but this Courage coat, it is circa 1965 and it definitely looks it. It's just a classic look and it's so unique. It's got the jacquard print. I just think it's perfect. So I'm gonna go with the Courage coat. So if I had to pick my favorite shoes from this list, let me know in the comments, or if you're in the live chat, let me know what your favorite shoes from this list are. So we've got the Stuart Weitzman Legend Suede pumps. We've got, let's see, the Sarah Flint Olive Green boots. We've got the Stuart Weitzman Veruca Leather Lace-Up boots. We've got the Jimmy Choo leather cutout boots. And lastly, we have the Tabitha Simmons Kiki velvet boots. Velvet boots? That's bold. I love these velvet boots, but if I had to pick, I would definitely go with the Stuart Weitzman Veruca leather lace-up boots. That's just a great pair of boots. I love the metal features on the lace-up and I love the nice strong heel. I'm not a big fan of skinny heels anymore because I just feel like I don't balance well. That might be an equilibrium problem, but I like to plant when I walk. So I think these Stuart Weitzman Veruca leather lace-up boots are great and they're so unique. You just don't see them that often, and every time you do, they're memorable. So I'm gonna go with these. Lastly, let's rate our favorite handbags. So we're gonna start with the Carolina Herrera Mariola shoulder bag. That's the one she wore to the baby shower. We've got the Ralph Lauren Ricky clutch in olive suede. Y'all know I love Ralph Lauren. We've got the Strathberry East-West crossbody bag, that nice long chain. And then lastly, we've got the Demelier London mini Venice bag in forest green. Tell me what your favorite is in the live chat or in the comments below. If it had to be me, I would probably opt for, this is a hard one. These are some great bags. I'm gonna opt for I would actually opt for the Strathberry East-West crossbody bag. That's just a really great bag. It's very cute, and I think the way that she paired it with the Burberry coat, that was just genius. I love the whole thing. Also, the length of her hair in this photo is really nice too, but that's not what we're judging. But so those are my favorites. What are your favorite items from this list? So please tell me what your favorite overall looks were in the comment section or in the live chat. And what is your favorite items from these lists? Please let me know. There were so many to choose from. It was really hard for me not to choose this cashmere coat by William Vintage. That's a really great coat, but I don't think anything is messing with this Courage. That's just such a perfect vintage staple. So please tell me what your picks are in the comments below or in the live chat. Thank you so much for watching today. If you have not already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on that notification bell. If you're interested in being a member, hit the join button. And if you want to see what I'm doing over on Patreon, where new unique Patreon only videos will be going up in January, hit that description box below and click on the link. Lastly, which one of these looks could you see yourself pulling inspiration from? If you do any kind of inspired look from these or anything on this list, please tag me wherever you are on social media. I'm at SharionSade. I want to see what you do with it. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.